sound. Okay, I see the chat is working. Hi, everyone. Hello. I see people that I already recognize. Hi, regulars. Hi. Okay, please join. Still, we have the Webinar component on that, yes. Okay, I see a lot of highs from different places. Please write down. Wait a second, I will give you a slider also to create our board. Okay, I see only myself. Tell me, do you see my presentation? Put pluses if you see it. Okay, good, good. We are trying new things today as usual, and we want to know if it's possible for you to see Arison, me, presentation, all the background with QR codes, yeah? Thank you. Thank you for putting pluses. I see that it's working. Oh, hi, Zakarpattia. Recently been there. Okay. So, you see, it's about linguists. We do a lot. We promote a lot of languages, but today we will be focusing on English, obviously. And also, I need to mention that I'm representative of National Geographic Learning in Ukraine. So today we will be talking about National Geographic Learning and also approaches. Okay, sorry. Give me a second. I will try to bring my mic closer to me. Okay, tell me, is it better? I hope. I hope. Okay, thank you. Good, good. I will keep it close to me. Okay, so I will give you a slide on. Please use it. Let's create some board wall. There you're from. If you're already written in the chat, please copy paste for us to see what cities are represented more and what places. Yeah. Okay, Irpin. Some of the chat is active. What about Slido? You can just type in slido.com or okay, please check your I see no sound. Try to exit and enter. Okay. Let's see participants from different places. Finland, yes. Vinnytsia, Warsaw, Chernihiv. Okay. Just type in slido.com on Google and use NGL as a code, and you will be able to enter. Okay, Lviv, Dragobich. I look here at the word wall and also in the chat. It's interesting how it's a bit different. Kharkiv, Chernivtsi. Okay. I know they have a lot of participants from Dnipro. Yes. Oh, yeah. I see. I see. Okay, good. Let's give it a moment for all us together today. I hope you have a quiet day today. I myself right now in Zaporizhia, and I hope I will also be having a nice and quiet moment. Yes, to have this webinar with you. Okay. Hi, everyone. Hi, Nikopol. Hi, Kyiv, Brodov. Hi, everyone. Okay. Okay. So the last one, and we are moving. Yeah. Okay. Today we will be talking about primary school. My name is Ірина Малярова. I'm an LT consultant, senior LT consultant of Linguist Company. And sorry, during September, I had to travel with Ministry of Education. That's why I had to skip all Ukrainian webinar, but right now, I decided to talk about primary school. I believe right now it is important to discuss it. Right now, ministry is trying to approach kindergartens and take a look how we can combine it, how we can help our students learn and develop in any moment. The poll isn't active. Sorry, please, I have one more, so stay tuned to Slido. We will be using one more time. So today I decided to take primary school just especially because all necessary things we start implementing there. And it's very hard to change something with our students if some basic things haven't been done during primary years. So today we'll be talking about that and what's best characterize primary school right now than 4C skills. Okay, for me to know that we have the common ground about this topic. Tell me, do you know what does it mean 4C skills? I'm not asking you to type in what is it. I'm asking you to put pluses or minuses. Like yes or no, yeah? What suits you better? Okay, for me to understand, should I explain a bit more or we have some? Okay, I see. So yeah. Pluses and minuses together. Okay. A bit of more pluses. It's good. Okay. Perhaps. Oh, don't tell me. I don't know if I know. Yes. I always have these discussions with myself about my knowledge. Do I really know this thing or that thing? Yeah. But nevertheless, if you can name them, I believe you are closer to knowing it. Yeah. So we can always improve and we can always move further in our knowledge. We can ask more questions about some topics and find our own solutions to it. And obviously that helps us. What we need to do that to learn more about 4C skills, obviously 4C skills. I will tell you a bit about it a bit more, but we will start with a bit of different moment. Hi, Dnipro. It's that I need to mention your certificate of participation will be sent to you with a lot of links. Today we will be having a lot of links. I will be showing you different resources and will be sending them to you. So everything, certificate together with resources will be sent to you. If you need the presentation, I will edit. So, but it's just several slides, so most of what we will be doing, it will be about books and using books. So we will be doing more practical webinar today. So your certificate will be sent to you. You know, I usually ask you and you help me to promote this knowledge. How much time do you need to send your certificates? 1 week, 1 month, or 1 day? Tell me. I know they have different webinars from linguists and it's different timetables and also different deadlines about certificates. Okay, week, 1 week. Okay, I see we have some regular people, okay. Or a bit people who, like a lot of people who don't really know. If you visit my webinars, you need to know. Usually it takes 1 day, namely tomorrow. We will be sending your certificates of participation and all resources. Only exception, 2 exceptions, let's say 2 exceptions. First one, something happened with the service that helps us with sending certificates. Then it means that my Sunday and Saturday will be spent with it. Still, nevertheless, send you certificates at least on Monday. So, but usually it works. So 1 working day. And another exception, if you don't see it on Monday, you just leave me a quick message. Irina, I don't have my certificate. And other administrator will help you to find it. So no one without certificates. Even if you don't need it, it's like, you know, gathering something. It's also pleasant activity about learning. Like you're learning something, you answer questions, you participate. Why not to give yourself a reward certificate? Yeah? Like a good pat on our backs. Yeah. Our agenda today is very easy one. Like we will be talking why crucial 4C skills, why we needed them, how to combine them, as usually they stand alone, like standing, like fingers. Yeah, we can make combine them, yeah, but sometimes they stand alone. It's hard to combine. And we will be looking at activities and discussing what we can implement tomorrow and how we can play with our books that we already have to understand what elements help us to promote these 4C skills in primary school. Today I've chosen the book for 3rd level, but you can obviously play with 1st grade, 2nd grade, and 4th grade. So It's just my preference. I decided to take the third one. Okay. So activities, strategies, and also we will be going here. I have these big questions. I usually like to find some issues that we can discuss, and it's easier to understand what we want from our learning. So my question to you is like that. What are the biggest obstacles in getting students to communicate? Primary, yeah? We're talking about young learners, and obviously what doesn't help. Do you have your own results? Why? Why communication is not happening? Metro, sorry. No, the whole my life. Sorry, yes, one day. But if you wait most of your life, please communicate with me. I will check all your certificates and we will send it as a bundle. And with our letter, sorry for forcing you to wait. Okay, so if you don't receive certificates, don't stay quiet. Tell us, okay? So please chat. Give your variants. What are obstacles? And also use slide fastest. Okay, yeah, mistakes. But we are human beings. I believe less or more we will agree that it's okay to make mistakes. Yes, and some of my colleagues even especially promote the techniques that we as teachers make mistakes or use activities that highlight mistakes, and then we teach our students how to deal with mistakes. I believe it's important. As usually we say, mistakes are okay, but it's just like well done, yeah? Sometimes it's enough, and sometimes it's just empty words. And sometimes we need to give more, like strategies what to do with mistakes, yes? Okay, I see a slide is agreeing that shyness is a problem, yeah? But it's not even let's not call it a problem. It's more about what we need to grow from, yeah? Okay, lack of vocabulary, obviously. We only started learning English. Like it's still years when we learn in Ukrainian, yeah? We only picking up our vocabulary here and there, not the hardest one. It's hard to learn some grammar, yeah? We want to play, we don't want to learn, and we are not ready to become some linguist experts at this age. Yeah, so obviously all of that can influence us as primary learners. Okay, not sure to speak correct. Okay, but mistakes are okay, and sometimes we need to show our students that you can speak differently. Right now, we have so many accents. So many people try to learn. Yeah. Okay. I see different variants. Yeah. So about how we communicate, it's okay. We need to provide different activities, different even games. When we role play, using different voices, not only teacher, students too. For them to understand English can be different, and it can be voiced differently, and also we can hear different English. I'm not speaking even British or American. We can speak like robots, yeah, and we can speak like grannies. So we can play with it. As these small moments make us as individuals, yes, and it makes us unique and so perfect. Okay, I see Pan Sergey shared that students can be lazy. Yeah, sometimes students can be lazy, but we are adults. We know there are some activities that can help to deal with students' laziness and also help them to pay more attention. Yes, usually we call it retention, when students pay a bit more attention to what we are doing, even if they don't really feel like they're not coming with motivation to our lessons. I will be paying attention from the first moment to the last one. No, they know they will need to spend an hour or at least some period of time with us doing something in English. Sometimes it's a lot of activities, and that's why I'm not I'm not a big fan of using a lot of word walls and videos and games just for the sake to saturate your lesson, like give a lot of content, playful content, and then no learning intentions, no learning goals in it. Yeah, we just make it funny for students. We make it enjoyable, but it's harder to learn if it's we only have fun. Yeah, and nothing. I won't call it serious, but nothing educational. That's why when we speak about this approach, gamification, it's usually we want something educational, yeah, and something from games. If it's only games, it's too much. Yeah? Some students afraid to speak. Yes, shyness, yeah. Okay, or maybe it's sometimes it's how adults already reacted to them speaking out, and also it's not sometimes it's about even in primary school, it's not about that we lack vocabulary or grammar, it's about we lack confidence in that we will be appreciated. Yeah, so shyness, we can be naturally shy, but sometimes we have this past experience. Usually you see such examples more in secondary school, in with adults, with young adults, but in many cases it's also primary school. The older children become, it's this first bad experiences can influence how they feel about learning and how they feel about communication. We know that saying I give up easier than say a bit more. Yeah, like you just need to raise your hands and say, no, it's not for me. But who knows? We can help it. My experience with primary students started with a child crying. Then he heard that right now he will be having an English lesson. And at that moment, I felt like, oh, I need to reconsider, I need to think about my profession and why. What I'm doing here, it seems like I will be given the student bad experience. And I see that he already had enough. Yeah. So sometimes we have these moments that our lack of experience, our lack of confidence can also influence our students. Okay, my kids are not afraid of making mistakes because I don't punish them. Yes, I believe it's not productive to punish people. They will remember that we punish them for something, and they will try to skip these activities. So obviously it will lead to what right now our students don't repeat what they were punished for, but nevertheless they remember all this negative experience of you punishing them, and it's about teachers' credibility. That if we don't help other students to grow, we don't support them, we only use even it's slightest punishments, like just verbal, nothing critical, just small things here and there, but they seems like punishment, also seems like some kind of mockery. Then it's about in the end, it all influence our students wanting to communicate even in the same room that they are present. Okay. Oh, and it's about parents. I don't know why, but I never had good lessons when parents were present in the room. In most my experience, even this, let's call the young adults, still more people become very shy, aren't afraid that they will be punished for mistakes. So I believe it's a good take on what's happening and how we need to change it. Yeah. Okay. Usually lack of vocabulary and they are ashamed. Oh, ashamed of their classmates. I know a good technique for secondary and high school that I usually ask my students to support each other. The same you can teach to primary school. Not always you will be this over positive supporter. Well done, well done. No. We show example, but we cheer on achievements of other classmates. Yeah, it's very important for us to show that slip-ups can happen, mistakes can happen, but also achievements can happen, and we cherish all achievements, and we spend moments even discussing at the end of a lesson what we see as the best examples of English right now. Oh, yeah, I agree. Nicole, thank you for voicing it. Attending lessons by parents must be prohibited. Yes, no parents for lessons. I agree with you. And if I ever create my own school, parents will be having conversations with teachers. Maybe, but I would consider opinions of teachers first, and then we will see how to include parents, but not to bring stress to the students and also teachers. Okay, so most of you agree that it's about vocabulary, yeah, language barrier, culture, yeah. If we learn about different culture, some miscommunication can happen there. A bit of like students shy, yeah. But most of you agree vocabulary. So let's take it as our top. I will show you my top of what's happening, why it's hard to communicate with students. First of all, limited time in class. If you have small classes, you win in this lottery. But if you have bigger classes, it's hard for every student to communicate. And some of them learn in these moments that they can stay quiet for weeks. Yeah, not just for days, but for weeks. They can stay quiet because they know there are some high achievers. They will be speaking. There are fast finishers. They will be the first ones to communicate with teacher. So I can't stay back. Yeah, I can be quiet. And we learn. It's like a learned behavior. So it's something that we need to understand. Limited time can influence us. I'm not saying that it's something that we can fix quickly. Like one webinar, then we will have a decision that we will bring to Ministry of Education and Science and say, okay, you need to do that. But nevertheless, limited time, it means that we need to set priorities. It means that we need to think about what's happening during a lesson, what to skip, and what to have during lesson, and what moments would help our students to communicate. Maybe we do a lot of individual discussions, and maybe we're doing a lot of activities that time consuming. Yes, and that's why some communicative moments are losing their importance in our lessons sometimes. And I need to tell you, it's slip-ups of teachers, as usually we have all these methods, we are prepared, we are ready, we've visited a lot of webinars, we learned a lot about techniques, but let's call it several months, yeah, and how our students have some slide. We sometimes also have our own teacher slide, like a methodological one. Like we had good ideas at the beginning, but then we just fall in a different routine, and then we like waking up, oh, what I'm doing. Okay, I prepared 10 activities, but we could only do 3. What's happening? Yes, we need to take a look at the planning of the lesson. So limited time means that we set priorities. Okay, not enough English, like English only at school, 1 hour, 2 hours, yeah. We communicate, we listen mostly during lessons, especially in primary, and we are prohibited to communicate in first language. It's very important, you know, the rules are like that. First grade, they receive books. There they have Ukrainian and English, if it's Nush. Yeah, it's very important for students to see first language also and use while they learn in English. In primary, we can let them use first language here and there a bit for them to find their own, no, let's say, friendship between English and Ukrainian. They need to work on it and find their own road to English is usually we tell parents, you need to read more books with your children. Buy not Ukrainian books, but also look for English ones. Or watch some cartoons in English, yeah, something like that. But we just give all this to parents. We can also use this obstacle and play with it. How do you think? How to deal with our students only have limited exposure to English? How to help them? Let's go for valid ideas. I believe it's a hard one. That's why I want to discuss it with you. It often happens. That's why I believe one or two times you had such students that had limited exposure to English. So, how to deal with it? Three, 5 minutes. No. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay. Sorry. Seems like we have some miscommunication. Up to 7. Are you playing some game? But as I didn't ask a question about to parents. Oh, yeah, I see. Okay, seems internet was full today. Okay. Okay. So for lack of exposure, we can start with very simplistic activities, but they need to have one major component: real life examples. Real life examples, it's other bridge that we can use. If you provide examples that other students can see beyond the classroom, English will start to appear in their life. Or you give them activities and talk not about, you need to go and watch podcast or something like that, very separated from them, not familiar to their real life, then it means that it's hard for them to find English in their real life. As all bridges that we propose are too hard for them, are too steep for them. What we can do? Find simplistic examples. That's why you see a lot of vocabulary connecting to photos, connecting to pictures. Yeah, so it's easy to connect to something visual. So it's one of the examples that we can do. If you see your students having problem with exposure, yes, start watching cartoon together, finish at home. Yes, and discuss it one more time, then we will return. This will be helping students to understand that both in classroom and beyond the classroom, we can use English. But if you just give it to parents, who knows? Maybe we will watch 10 Ukrainians cartoons, then 2 in Russian, because YouTube sometimes playful with it. But then we will be having this cartoon, then we can have English. That's why it's better to start at school, give some task, and then return for discussion. Yeah. Okay. Students aren't engaged. Yeah. It's boring lessons. Yes. Boring lessons. How do you deal with boring lessons? Can you tell me? If it's primary school, how do you think? Hard to force students to pay attention to you, but don't make it too aggressive. Yeah, don't use instructions like pay attention. pay attention. I always had it hearing that from my teachers, like, you don't pay enough attention. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All that. Good. I see good ideas. I need to mention, I will be using some of your ideas to the resources, like the best what we can have from this conversation. I will send it together with certificates. Okay, I always tell funny story of my good. Yes, modeling and also being human being. Sharing some stories that you're ready to share. Yeah. Using flashcard, good card, signs, anything. Okay. Given duties, yes. Also, a good idea. Then you start learning to form rules together. It's easier to follow. And then all this, pay attention. It is not coming from teacher. It's we together pay attention. Yeah, I pay attention to you. Yeah, and that we have everything for a lesson. You pay attention. Then I ask you to do something. This activity or that activity. Okay. So it's about agreements. It's very important to have agreements. I have niece, and with her I can have only agreements. It's hard to force something on her, and I believe it's not even helpful in most cases. Okay, teacher taking time and student. Oh, yeah, in primary, it's hard to say that we need to go 50-50 or at least 60-40, but still teacher taking time can be different. Yes, sometimes then we talk, we can ask questions, yeah, and give moments for students to take part in it, yeah, for it not to be just our monologues. And also, we can play some games that they need to pay attention. For example, you take some text that you just recently had to change some words and give your students task. Very simplistic, and you can do it with different activities, not just listening or something like that. Every time that they see different word, they need to raise their hand. It's very easy. We just raise our hand here and there, like, or at least it can be a funny activity. We will be speaking about, I don't know, my family. How many times you will hear during the lesson what family? Every time that someone says family, we need to raise hands together, something like that. I enjoyed playing it as a student, and also I tried it with my students. They enjoy it doing such activities when we do something together, but naturally, and it seems like more teacher let us be playful, do some pranks even. So it helps students to feel that they're engaging, and it's how we naturally engage them and ask to pay attention without screaming that we need to pay attention. Yes. Okay. Scene, use puppet. Oh, puppets. Yes, definitely. Okay. Dancing, scene, playing, filming. Yeah, we're doing some together, drawing together, or finishing another person drawing. It's also you need to pay a lot of attention. What's the idea before and what I can add. So obviously, yeah, in most examples that you provided, you're already using 4C skills, I see. Okay, students like confidence. Obviously, it's something that we build on, we work on it. So it can be done immediately, like, you need to be confident, and our students become confident. No, it's something that we work, yeah. And also, you can use it as your grow up system, yeah, like today we will become more confident. We will learn 10 more words that you will be able to use as pros. You will be superb in saying these words, I promise you. So it can help students to understand that you have them, you support them, and also you pay attention to their needs. As sometimes we can be shy, sometimes we feel like, oh, it's hard to say, I don't remember. And while I was preparing, I was recalling what instructions I heard from my teachers, as you say, and I recalled one of them saying, we learned it already. We've learned it already. Why do you don't understand? Why you can repeat? We've learned it already. It's a moment when we need to say different. things. Yes, like if someone forgot, it's okay to forget. We need to have to recall. But how to recall? We can not just expect the teacher every time will help us to recall, but if we are taught as students how to ask other people to help to recall, like teacher, a classmate, it's easier to recall what we forgot. Yeah, how to say this word. We can ask also a classmate, and maybe they remember. Yeah, it's about sharing knowledge. So it's very important for students to understand that confidence builds on this support of teacher, support of classmates. Okay, students' level isn't high enough. Tell me, very serious question. Do you believe that your English level right now is high enough for you? Not for lessons with students at the level A1, not for lessons with students B2 or any other. For you, is it enough? Okay, I see yes and a lot of no's. I believe we should feel that we need to be at moments content with our language level, but in many cases, all the system of learning language tells you you need to progress, you need to move, don't stop, you need to learn more and more and more. That's why it's very surprising when sometimes you tell your students you can stop at the level B1 for just everyday basic things. B1 is okay, but you can also learn more if you feel, if you see it's important for you, if you want to approach professions that need a bit to be more eloquent and need to explain ideas in foreign languages, but never. You need to understand, all people usually when learn language they feel not high enough. Yeah. So what I want to say, even if they have minus A1, yeah, minus. It's not even 1 now, no, 1 0, minus. No, we forget everything. We need to understand. The approach should be like that. It's okay. You can progress in your own way, and right now use what you have. Even if it's 2 words that you know, but you need to be superb with 2 words. Try to use them in most situations that you communicate, and pick up a bit more here and there. Right now you have 2 words that you're superb with, and then pick up the 3rd one. It's already, your vocabulary is building. Yes, you don't need to drill some dictionary. We take a bit. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, repeatings can help, but for students to understand that yes, language tell you. Even I enjoy. Why I enjoy teaching English and learning English? Because it teach you also how to stay tuned with things, how to pick up knowledge about different things, how to use language as a tool, and how to communicate, obviously, but nevertheless, never to stop in this learning process. And I really enjoy being in it. But nevertheless, it also brings stress, and we need to remember about it and need to be mindful and support people. Yeah. You probably seen a lot of these TikToks. We need to be demure. Yeah. We need to be mindful. Okay, next one. About different levels. Sometimes our students already had some courses with during kindergarten. Some of students didn't have them, and then they come. Some of them know some letters, and it's achievement of parents mostly, or some shapes or some other things. Yeah, but they can be so random. You never can guess if students know star or they don't know. Yeah, they can show you, but what you don't know. Can we count? Or they can count from 1 to 10. But if you ask them 6, what is it? It's very hard for them to separate from 1 to 10. And the technique is you need to count back. Yeah. From 10 to 1. It helps to separate numbers in our minds. And also, too many students in one class. It can be sometimes noisy when we have too much students and it's hard to communicate. Like people speaking around us, and it's easier to stay quiet when a lot of people speaking. Yeah. That's why we also need to find these moments when we will be communicating, and maybe separating tasks in the groups, yeah, like creating cycles, and they can communicate, and the noise won't be hindering the experience with using English. And then don't have right materials, yes, we can give them too complicated or too easy ones, yeah. And we recall Vygotsky about or stress zone or comfort zone, and very hard to catch on this learning zone. Okay, Kwan, I want to set some priority for what this talk was about today. Tell me what we must teach our students. Maybe you know this quote. If you know, please share. If no, it's new for you, please guess. How do you think? Children must be taught what? Or how? How do you think? What is there behind this black things? Different children's levels. Thinking in any situation. Yeah, very close one, Pani Marina. So I believe it's very close one. How to use English skills in practice? Yes, very good idea. So obviously there is good, but real life examples, real life usage. Yeah, we go there because we are real people. Yeah, real people need to use real method, real language, and real practice. Yeah. Not only one, but motivation to learn, never give up. Okay, good. So it's prep talk. It can help. Fun, not boring. But if it's educational boring, I will take it sometimes. Sometimes I go for lessons without any, carrots, without any word walls, quizzes, Kahoots, without anything, just book, just me. And sometimes even I take only separate activities from book. So it's about sometimes we need to go boring. So but sometimes we need to have fun. So balance, yeah. How to think, not to what to think. Helena, you're first to tell us this quote. Thank you. Yes, definitely. It's about that. It's Margaret Mead, very famous quote about how to approach children. She's an anthropologist. Take a look. Not we don't teach our students how what to think. Yeah, we don't put ideas like you make mistakes, you will be punished. It's what. Yeah, how to think. It's when we give them strategies. You can make mistake and not but and you can deal with them like that. Yes, or I make mistakes as a teacher and I deal with them like that. This is we show how we deal with something, how they think, and this is approach that we will be speaking today about 4C skills. It's very important to understand. Even when I give you ideas and you agree or disagree with me, you need to understand it's just my judgment. It's just my opinions about ELT. Like we all have our own opinions and judgments. That's why it's very important that we don't set something in stone. We discuss. That's why even with students, about anything, it's better to have discussion than to tell people what they need to think. If we force someone to think without explanations, without showing why and how was the solution created, yeah, then we derive them from ability of think themselves, and it's about given fishing rod and or given fish, yeah. So obviously, what to think? It's about given fish, and how to think. It's about how to create it. Here, I believe some of my even friends would tell me, "Okay, but TikTok and other social media and also artificial intellect usually give us what to think. No, it's just we looking for such content. I very precise about this, about understanding that technology can be used differently. That's why we don't blame it on technology. It's about people creating such content and people using it. But we can find how to use technology to learn how to think. And we also next time I will be telling you more about adults, and I will show you probably about artificial intelligence, how we can use it to see how people think, how to improve something, how to deal with more about strategies than just the solutions. Yeah. Okay. Good. So a quick thing that we revise and we go to books and looking at the activities. First of all, this is Bloom taxonomy. Most of you probably seen it. The idea is that it's setting some learning objectives. If you've seen it at least one time, you probably know that it goes in 2 blocks. The first one is comprehension. It's when we do our PPP, yeah? We do some presentation, practice, production. We give new information. We help our students to practice, to understand it, and then start applying. But PPP can be stretched out using also critical abilities of our students and also creative abilities of our students. So take a look. Usually, then we take a look at planning of our lesson. We mostly spend time working on comprehension, and it's important. People need to understand what they're learning and trying their hand in using it. But nevertheless, even with very young learners or even with adults, but with very low level of English, like they're very close in my experience about what we can do in English. What we can do, it's not just look at the comprehension lower tier of learning objectives, but always try to incorporate these 2 things, critical thinking and creativity. And take a look, we already seen 2 of our C's from 4, yeah? It's for you who didn't know what does it mean, 4 C skills. It's 4 skills that start with letter C. And if you want to look more, I will leave you some articles about it, but it's about 21st century communication skills. Yeah, there. We can go there, but nevertheless, take a look. 2 of them we already know, critical thinking, creative thinking. First one we also know. Communication. Tell me the last one. If it's communication, critical thinking, and creativity, what will be the last one? See. It's about how you pay attention to what I'm telling you. Collaboration. Thank you, Panya Svetlana. Obviously, we need to communicate, but we also need to collaborate. We need to create something together. It's very boring learning if we learn only individually. Like even then we watch something, we want to collaborate with people who telling us this information, even in not synchronized way. Yeah, so cooperation, collaboration, working together. Yeah, it's our C. Yeah, so it will be all these guys that we need to collaborate. And usually we try to include communication in all other activities that we deal with students. If we stay near the blackboard all the hour while we telling them something, like drawing some exceptions of I don't know what. Okay, exceptions of what I have the most. It's hard to even say. Okay, all exceptions to articles, for example. Yeah, the highest level, we just draw a lot of write down a lot of examples, and they see only our back. So no communication is happening. We're just trying to cram all the information. So we work on their comprehension without any communication. But if we ask questions, if we ask students, so what do you know about it? Or create your example, it's about communication, yeah? Collaboration, if we ask our students to ask each other what we know about it, yeah? And critical thinking, it's about giving them a rule or example and asking them to derive information from it. Like we give example and then ask to create a rule. Critical thinking, yeah, and we call it also inductive grammar, yeah, that right now implemented in primary school. So you see, we can find this here and there, and obviously creativity. You told me the best examples: drawing, singing, dancing. What else? Role playing. Anything that we can work together, it will be about that. Okay, I taking you with me to the okay, to my browser. Okay, it's very cool course that I would like to share with you about distant learning. If you feel like checking it out, very good ideas about critical thinking also here, and how to deal with real life context if you not working offline, if you need to deal online with learning. But I also wanted to take you here. Tell me, do you know this platform? Is I'm proud to tell you that we finally put our logo here, but we catered to creating it. Okay, some of you know, some of you have seen it, but it's a very cool platform. Right now, it's developed together, British Council, Ministry of Science and Education, Education Science, sorry, Cambridge, that we represent, and also Future Perfect for students, yes, and adults, and also this is Art Linguist. What is it? This is platform, these materials that support learning, and also you can find a lot of interesting activities here, and also you can have your own certificates. I will show you. I will leave the link for you. You will be able to check it later. Okay, it's asking me to sign in. Take a look. Preschool educators, primary teachers, secondary teachers. Obviously, today we take a look at primary. You can find a lot of articles here. And I will emphasize that promoting 21st century skills, it's here. Critical thinking, one of the best that I've seen is done by Cambridge. You can read their guides about it. It's small articles that I enjoyed reading, and I hope you will be able. But I want to show you that you can find resources. Yeah, activities, interesting activities. You can find a lot of them. Take a look. You can find all these niche topics if you need. Some articles, games, and records. Oh, everything is here about primary learning. And this is approach, 4C skills, creativity, everything will be here. But today I also want to show you how you deal with books. Then it's international book, and you need also to use materials. 5 minutes and I'm letting you go. I'm taking you to Spark. Take a look. Very nice picture. 2 boys playing. We have some questions about it. Yeah. Then we have some words. Yeah. So very standard. Grammar, reading, third level of English. So obviously we pre-1 here, but a bit educated. Grammar one more time, so on, and then phonics and some video. So what I want to show, notebook. Usually we show you books, but today no. Today I'm taking you to resources. I want to emphasize that to look for activities that can support all these 4 skills. Take a look. What we usually use to promote it. Let's start with student worksheets. It will be easier. Okay, I will open one. Okay, I hope I'm showing you. Take a look. Let's look at several of them and discuss how it will help to promote a particular skill. Take a look. The first one, communication. How writing about our favorite can help us to promote communication. What we... Oh, sorry to hear that you don't like Noosh. I have... I'm 2 months about it. Yes. I can say that I'm 100% about very fond of Noosh, but I'm in 2 months. I see some good results and bad results of using it, but you know, without any trying, we don't know how to improve anything. Yeah, we just stay there. And previously, I started learning English in the fifth form, so I believe Nush brought some good changes. Okay, tell me this activity. My favorite color, my favorite food, my favorite game, or my favorite number, how it can help us to deal with communication. Work in pairs, obviously. Work in pairs. We can just do that. We can change this communication things, or maybe it will be group project. Yes, mini groups. We can do that. It's very good. It's very easy. You see? Next one, we can play with something like that. Yeah, like a game. We just throw this cubic and you see. What question you have and you ask, yeah, and playing with it. Next one, also communication, topics, points, what we like, what we don't like. It's always about playing games and using it together. So such activities help. Okay, I have a hard one. It's about critical thinking. How do you think? We have these countries, yes, and we have some stories of different people living in different places. How maps deal with critical thinking? Play with toys, okay. I will send you this list for you to play with them, okay? Tell me. Okay, matching. But before that, it can be discussion. Yeah, it can be discussion. We can make some hunting activities here. Like, okay, we need to look for details. Yes, and we can be detectives. We need to figure out which is the country. Yeah, and we can bring some maps for them to try to match. Yeah, these pictures as that will help us to promote our general knowledge, but also it will help us to discuss and communicate. Yeah, and so obviously work in pairs, but in small groups also good. Okay, this one. This is about combining creativity and communication. No, we know communication. You can discuss a lot of activities together with students. Yes, and that will be bringing our communication. What about creativity? We have a map, but in this style. Creating it, yeah. Okay. Okay. See. Yeah. Yeah. So make it real. Yeah. Or we can start by coloring it together. Yeah. But then we can separate and finish it. Yeah. Trying to recall and communicate about it, but also continuing through creativity. So creativity can be used to like a means of communication. Yeah, we create, we do two activities together. Like we discuss firstly what we see on this map. We write down on the blackboard, for example, and then each student need to recreate the small part there they like it. Yeah, looking at the table. Or having a discussion together. So it can be interesting activity that you can play together. And there are a lot of the things that you can do. Obviously, collaboration. Find someone who, one of the simplest activities that we can do, but it will be helping us to promote it, yeah? Next one, communication, collaboration, yeah? We need, it combined with things, yeah? Who does what? And do they like it or they don't like it? Yeah, such activities ask in pairs, so we can deal with it like that. And there are a lot of such activities where you combine all of them, but the necessary thing is that you very flexible and you let your lesson planning add this small bits, and they can be that enjoyment that you can give your students. Not a lot of fun, in the usual sense of fun, but these learn and fun that can really be useful to them. Okay, I need to mention one more time. Let's do it together. That we have one day, one working day, to send your certificates and all resources. Okay. If you don't have your certificate, you use my email or my phone and type me a message like, please find my certificate. We will do that. Okay. How you can find me? This is my email and phone, or you can use these QR codes that have been with us all this webinar. And also, if you feel like ordering, you can check it out. Look, I showed you examples from Look today. If you feel like trying, we have a 4 months period that you can enjoy it without paying. Yeah, and figure out if it's working for you or no. But you can find a lot of these activities, and you can create a lot of these activities. It just you need to put your mind to it and enjoy it. So I hope it was interesting for you today. Thank you for being with me this hour. Thank you for staying patient with me. As today I believe I was a bit around of the place. But nevertheless, I hope to see you next month. We are returning to our timetable. Workbook. Okay. Pani Karina, I see your question about workbook. If you're looking for Look, we can propose you a code. Right now we're expecting workbooks to be brought to Ukraine, but I believe it will be later dates of October. So if you need to find a workbook, just contact me. I will help you to get access to the code on the platform there. You can, as a teacher, show workbook to students. Okay, thank you a lot. The theme is very relevant. Okay, and also I need to mention that next topic will be about adults, and we will be speaking about Hugh Deller one more time. I believe it's hard to let him go, as he is coming to Kyiv in then at the beginning of November. So we will be having a topic about outcomes. We will be talking about mediation, talking about lexical approach. If you're interested, please come. I believe it's interesting topic, and I promised you that I will use some artificial intelligence to try to use the strategies. Thank you for giving flowers to Pani Marina. See you next time. Stay safe. Stay tuned. If you have some problems with connecting to webinars, please also send us a message. We record everything, and if necessary, we will create certificates for you. Just pay attention to your surroundings. Right now, it's very important for us to stay safe. And I will remind you one more time that thing that Ministry of Education told us at the beginning of occupation is that we need to pay attention firstly to ourselves, then to our students, then to learning process. So please care about yourself more. And pay attention. Right now is not very safe period of let's call it like that. But I hope Ukraine will win. Yeah. So hail to the heroes. See you next time. Bye bye.